Now, as you recall, recently I put up a video of all the rewatches of Christmas-type specials and flicks that I rewatched this month. Now let's talk about the non-Christmas holiday flicks that I rewatched for this month of December 2021. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D. Back with another ranking. Today I'm going to rank all the non-Christmas related type flicks that I rewatched for the month of December 2021. Now there's only 13, so I'll try and go maybe a little quickly, but you'll still see my face, unlike the Christmas one, because this one's not long though. There are only 13 movies, so you'll get to see me talk about these. So if you are ready, let's get into this ranking. So sit back, relax, and here we go. Coming in at number 13 is Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked from 2011. Now, this is my least favorite of the Chipmunks film franchise. Now, even though I had not seen Road Chip yet until just recently this month. Now, I will say the film's alright, but it's not the best, though. Now, I did have a few fun moments with our favorite little friends getting into so much mischief, Alvin especially. And, well, this is kind of hard to explain. I liked when Simon becomes Simone. That was pretty darn funny. I mean, and well, how Dave has to get along with that what's the name again? Oh yeah, with Ian, the baddie from the first two movies, and boy, I gotta tell you, it's just crazy. The addition of the gal they meet, Zoe, is alright and what have you. She's kind of a nut though, and she has all these sports balls. I mean, even one looks like that big softball thing from Castaway or something like that. But, well, it does have some pretty good songs done by the Chipmunks and the Chipettes. This is alright, but still, it's not really the best one, though. I will review the Alvin and the Chipmunks film franchise sometime later on next year, so to possibly commemorate the 15th anniversary of the first film, which we'll see where that winds up. Now, coming in at number 12 is Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel from 2009. Now, I watched most of the films on Disney Plus, even though I do have Chipwreck, but I can't remember where I placed my DVD of it. Anyway, yeah, well, this was a little bit more fun, what have you. It's not really my favorite of the franchise, but it still proves it's got some of the crazy moments and what have you. And, well, we don't get to see Jason Lee completely after having a misfortunate accident during the Chipmunks concert where Alvin's just hogging it all, as you can imagine. And of course, we get introduced to the Chipettes, which that was a perfect addition. I didn't think we were actually going to get to see those three on the big screen. I mean, after the first one was such a success and what have you. But anyway, the voice acting cast for these characters are pretty good, but I'll get to those. With the Chipettes, I thought they got some reasonable voice acting and what have you. And what can I say? They were pretty good. And when Zachary Levi being in this, yeah, it was pretty damn funny. Yeah. And it just, yeah. It's just so much fun. It does have a few fun moments and what have you. But that's about all I can tell you about it. It is a little bit of a good one, though. Now, coming in at number 11 is Eloise at the Plaza from 2003. Now, if you saw my Christmas flicks ranking, its follow-up, Eloise at Christmas Time, made it on the list. Now, I gotta say, when I first watched this, when it premiered on The Wonderful World of Disney, I must say, this was just so cute, and I hadn't seen this film in ages, just like the other one. Anyway, of course, it's based on the children's book series, drawn and written by Kay Thompson and Hilary Knight. I gotta say, Sophia Vasilevia, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name, is absolutely adorbs as Eloise. I love the performances from not just her, but also Julie Andrews, Jeffrey Tambor, and well, just about everyone else and what have you. Unfortunately, it's not on Disney Plus, but you can find it on Amazon Prime. However, this is just so much fun to watch. I mean, wow, it's just a whole lot of fun. I mean, this is a girl who can also cause a bit of mischief and what have you, but hey, I like it and what have you. So anyway, I think Eloise at the Plaza is definitely a fun, cute movie. You gotta check this one out. Now coming in at number 10 is Alvin and the Chipmunks from 2007. Now, I didn't know what to think of this one, but, well, I will say it's pretty funny. I do like it for what it is, and I liked Jason Lee's performance as Dave. He does a pretty good yelling at Alvin. That was very impressive. I mean, how they got to do the Chipmunk song, which of course is among one of my favorite Christmas songs, and doing what kind of a new, well, funkier version of Witch Doctor and what have you. I'm just gonna say, Alvin and the Chipmunks is pretty fun. I actually got to watch this on Disney Plus, which is where I also watched Chipwrecked and Road Chip. Still, from what I've seen of Alvin and the Chipmunks, the movie, it's pretty funny. It is kind of a little, I don't know, what have you, but still, it does provide a little fun filled humor and what have you that I'm sure the kids will enjoy. But I consider this to be my favorite of the franchise, though. And that's just why I do enjoy it. Now, coming in at number 9 is Diary of a Wimpy Kid from 2010. Now, I have seen all these films. I have yet to see the brand new reboot, which is animated, but I'll try and watch it and review it next year. So anyway, I think this film's pretty darn funny. I've never read the books. I just know those were pretty big with youngsters. And, well, it does have some pretty good cast. Zachary Gordon is absolutely great in this as Greg, and a lot of the performances from everyone else. Rachel Harris, Steve Zahn. Let me see here. Like Robert Capron as Rowley, he's funny, and as I like Devon Bostick as Roderick, Greg's brother, who's absolutely, I don't know, he's crazy, but I like him though. Oh boy, yeah, I think Diary of a Wimpy Kid is pretty funny. It's got all of the craziness. A lot of the rest of the characters in this aren't too bad either. So anyway, from what I've seen of this film, Diary of a Wimpy Kid in live action form, it's pretty funny. I think kids will enjoy if they haven't seen this one. I reviewed this film this past month. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Now coming in at number 8 is Night at the Museum from 2006. Now, I also recently did a review of this not so long ago this month. This one's pretty funny. It's one of my few favorite Ben Stiller flicks. I really did enjoy it for what it was. It had all sorts of fun moments. It had a pretty good all-star cast. Yes, even the late great Robin Williams was really good. And well, one of the last good roles he has, as a supporting character. Even though I considered RV to be the last good movie I liked him in, even though it's a so bad it's good movie. But this one, he's more of a supporting character. Excuse me. But anyway, Carl Gugino, Dick Van Dyke, Mickey Rooney, they're all pretty good in this one. I do remember the sequels. I have seen. I do remember watching Battle of the Smithsonian, which I'll have to see if it'll ever come back to Disney Plus one day. I think I've seen the third one, but I can't be too sure. I might have seen bits of it though. But anyway, Night at the Museum, it's pretty funny, especially when every single thing in that museum comes to life at night. It's really something. This was just so amazing. Unlike anything I would ever see if I ever went to a museum, and that would happen. but this is just a movie. Guy can dream, can't he? Okay, that about covers it. Now coming in at number 7 is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules from 2011. Now, I love this one. This was a big step up from the previous film. I loved it. I mean, we got the same cast back, and, well, this just had so much fun moments and what have you. I mean, and seeing how Greg and his big brother, Roderick, had to get along together, yeah, that was absolutely funny and, well, need I say more? I gotta say, it's the best of the 4 films. Of course, I have also already done a review of it this past month. Check that one out if you have yet to see that. But I gotta say, this just had more fun than you could ever imagine. And again, I do love it. Sorry, don't mind me sounding like a broken record, but that's why I can tell you about that one. Now coming in at number 6 is Peter Pan from 1953. Now this, of course, is the Disney animated classic I'm sure everybody loves, and I love it. I also recently did a review of it, and it got a lot of views. I thank y'all for that. I mean, I really love the cast of characters, including the title character Tinkerbell, Wendy, and John and Michael. The Lost Boys were good, and of course, one of our favorite Disney villains, Captain Hook himself. Yeah. This was just so much fun. I still remember this. And I forgot to tell you, I recently had a book or two based on this and what have you. I think that was pretty cool. I still have a little fond memories of the books. But anyway, seeing this movie again, it's really something. And I really do like the songs and what have you. Like You Can Fly and what have you. Yeah, that's pretty good. And this what made it a pretty good masterpiece for Disney. Can't go wrong with this anime classic. I have seen its sequel, Return to Neverland, but it's been a long time. I may revisit it and review it one day. But for now, the classic Peter Pan is just so good. Alright, top 5. Coming in at number 5 is Sing from 2016. This, of course, is another film I recently did a review of. I did that in order to promote its sequel, which we'll see where that winds up on the first time watches, which I will have to do early next year, maybe later on next week, since I've already got a New Year's Eve live stream coming up tonight, so I apologize for that. But anyway, this has a great voice acting cast with Matthew McConaughey, Reese Witherspoon, Seth MacFarlane, Scarlett Johansson, Tori Kelly, John C. Reilly, Taron Egerton, and a host of others. This was another good anime flick from Illumination, the same company that did Despicable Me and The Secret Life of Pets. Yeah. I think Sing is just so cool, and I'm glad I got to enjoy when I finally got to see it. Got to hear all sorts of great songs and what have you. Of course, some by the cats and what have you, of all big hit songs, that is. Sing is just so much fun. And if you haven't seen the sequel, you better check it out. But I'll talk about that when I do the first time watches ranking. But Sing is still incredible. Now, coming in at number 4 is An American Tail from 1986. I love this movie. This is easily one of my favorite Don Bluth films of all time. I already reviewed this film last month, and of course, its sequel as well, but I didn't get to rewatch that. And of course, I did the Saturday morning TV log for the spin-off from that movie, Fievel's American Tales, which has become my most viewed video, but if it still remains that way, it could be the big one for this month. But anyway, An American Tail is just so amazing. I love the performances from the whole cast and what have you. The characters are great. I love Fievel and Tanya, the Mouskowitz family, and Tiger's a real good character. Yeah, they're all real good. And the score from James Horner's real good, especially Somewhere Out There. I love that song, especially, of course, the big pop music sounding version. Yeah, by Linda Ronstadt. And the late great James Ingram, if I remember right. Yeah, that's right. Excuse me. Sometimes the names slip my mind. But An American Tail is so great. It's an amazing adventure type flick. I think your whole family should check this one out if you haven't. It's really good. You won't be disappointed with that. Now, coming in at number 3 is Edward Scissorhands from 1990. I hadn't seen this film in a few years, but I recently watched it on Disney Plus. The film was also on Amazon Prime. But anyway, I know some people would consider it a Christmas type flick, but sort of, since it came out in December of 1990. Now, I hadn't reviewed this one. I will try and make up for lost time and review that down the road. Anyway, this, of course, was another great film from Tim Burton after he recently did Batman Beetlejuice a year before that. Well, actually, Beetlejuice was 2 years, and then Batman was after that. Oops, my mistake. But Edward Scissorhands is definitely a great masterpiece of Tim Burton's. Johnny Depp is absolutely really good as the title character. Winona Ryder is really good in this. Let's see, Diane Weist is good. And even the late great Vincent Price in his last big screen appearance. Yeah. Edward Scissorhands is so much fun. I really like what Edward does and what have you, cutting the hair off the dog and surprising those kids at the school. Oh, wow. This is one flick you can't go wrong with. Edward Scissorhands, I really love it now. A whole lot more than what I did. I do remember seeing this when I was young and what have you, even though it was a PG-13 rated flick. But I still got to enjoy it to this day, and it's now become one of my favorites. Okay, now for the final two, and you're going to be surprised that it's got the same character. Coming in at number 2 is Spider-Man Homecoming from 2017. Great comeback of Spidey, and this, of course, would be his first big MCU flick, even though after he recently appeared in Captain America Civil War. Well, Tom Holland's absolutely really good in this. I mean, this had so much fun moments and what have you. We got Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, a.k.a. Iron Man. Yeah, in this. I just like how Spidey takes, well, it's not literally and what have you, but considering despite Stark's warnings and what have you, or something like that. Well, his advice and what have you, to keep it to the ground and what have you. But anyway, still pretty good. I like all the characters. Michelle, played by Zendaya. Ned's a pretty funny character. Yeah, just so much in this is absolutely funny. Vulture's definitely a really good villain. Michael Keaton wow, years after he played Batman, he does a great job in playing a villain as well. That's what he did in Vulture. I was happy to see this villain on the big screen. Still one of the really great flicks and what have you. Maybe not the greatest, but still a great one though. Now coming in at number one, my number one December rewatch for December 2021 is Spider-Man Far From Home from 2019. Now, I watched this along with Homecoming back-to-back before I went and saw the brand new one, No Way Home, which, of course, if you haven't seen my review of that, you need to. Well, I really love this one. This was good. Again, we got a lot of the same performances from everyone, what have you. Samuel L. Jackson's on board as Nick Fury. And, let's see, that was a good addition to see him on a spy flick. And who else? Oh, yes, Jake Gyllenhaal was exceptionally good as Quentin Beck, a.k.a. Mysterio, the Master of Illusion. Yeah. But, boy, it was a real shock in the ending. But I won't spoil that for you just in case you haven't seen it. But I might do spoilers for the movie when I re-review all the Spider-Man flicks next year to commemorate the 20th anniversary for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movie and the 10th anniversary for The Amazing Spider-Man. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, it's absolutely a blast. Spidey going around the world. Maybe not going around the world completely, but in Europe, yeah, exceptionally a blast. I really did enjoy this one. This was just so much fun to enjoy again. So anyway, that's it. So what did you think of this ranking? So do you like any of these flicks that I talked about? If so, you can tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my New Year's live stream. And stay tuned. I don't know which one will. I'll probably be preparing my Saturday morning TV log first before my schedule, and you'll see the challenge of the Super Friends Saturday morning TV log first before I do the schedule. All right? Don't mean to get ahead, but I'm going to anyway. I've done it before. So anyway, thank you for watching, and if you like this, you may want to consider checking out my reviews for some of the flicks I just talked about. If you haven't seen my reviews yet. In the upper left-hand corner is my review for Sing. The upper right-hand corner is my review for Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And the bottom left-hand corner is my review of Night at the Museum. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.